Lucy with Spirit Flow Yoga. So for part 3 of our beginner yogi toolkit, asana practice. A lot of people think that yoga is the poses and that yoga is standing on your head or contorting yourself in some weird, crazy position and holding it for a very long time. No, that is not what yoga is. Yoga is about uniting movement with breath, spirit with self, self to a higher power, ground, self to earth. It is poses, that's part of it, asana, your asana practice, but there's so much more than that. So for this first series, for your first vinyasa, for your first asana, we're just going to take some simple movements on the mat and work on aligning breath with that movement. So, to get started, we will come into child's pose. So come onto your mat, bring your feet together and your knees apart, sit back on your heels, and then lay your chest down in the middle, forehead to the mat, palms out in front of you, and breathe in and out of your nose. Child's pose or balasana is often where we start in yoga. A place of birth from the beginning. Grounded down connection with the earth. From here, we'll look forward, and we're going to just simply lift our hips up off of our feet, elbows grounded down under our shoulders, palms out in front of us. Bring our knees under our hips. Shift your hips back. Come into a puppy posture. We'll rise back up and slide forward into Cobra. So again, your elbows are under your shoulders, wrists and palms out in front. Working to get your shoulders away from your ears, tops of your feet ground down into the mat. And then very gently look over your right shoulder, stretching through the left side of the neck, back to center. Look over your left shoulder, stretching through the right side, and back to center. And we'll tuck our toes, transition our palms by our ribs, and rise up into an upward facing dog. Transition to our hands and knees. Rise up into downward facing dog. In through the nose and out through the nose. Just keep breathing. Walk your dog out from side to side. Now we'll start to walk and make our way up to the front of the mat into a forward fold. Let your head and neck go.
You grab opposite elbows if that feels good. You may gently rock from side to side. Sway from side to side. Or you may come to a place of complete stillness. Let the palms go, and we'll slowly rise up, making our way up the body. Our shoulders will round back and down, and our head will be the last thing to rise. We'll come up into mountain pose. Feet grounded down into the earth. Equal weight into each foot. Shoulders back and down. Arms by your side, palms face forward. Head over heart, heart over pelvis. And get really clear here on why you're here, why you're doing this. What's your purpose or intention for showing up today, for watching this video? Curiosity, love, learning, clarity, peace, surrendering, whatever it is for you. And with that, we'll begin to flow. Arms up overhead, reach up, look up, and forward fold. Halfway lift, plant your palms, step back into high plank pose. You lower to your knees, come down into chaturanga, upward facing dog. Tuck your toes to a lower facing dog, downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Walk or step your feet forward. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise up to Tadasana. Forward fold. Halfway lift, step back, plank pose, lower to your knees, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Exhale, step forward, halfway lift. Forward fold, rise up to Tadasana, forward fold, halfway lift, step back, plank pose, lower to your knees, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Plant your left foot and lift your right foot to the sky for 3-point. Curly and cheetah. And plant your right foot behind your right hand. Bend your right knee just over your right ankle. And then rise up, warrior one. And make sure that you press the blade of your back foot down into the mat, that you keep your right knee over your right ankle. If you need to move your right foot forward in order to get proper alignment, do that now. Arms to the sky and breathe. Come down and plant the palms. Step the right foot back. Downward Downward facing dog. Plant your right heel into the mat and lift your left foot 3-point. Curl in, cheetah. And step your left foot behind your left hand. Again, align knee over ankle. And rise to standing. Pay close attention to your alignment here. Adjust your feet as you need. Turn your hips so that they're facing the center, forward on your mat. Left foot over left ankle, back, heel, arch outside of your back foot, drawing into the mat. And then arms up overhead and breathe. Warrior one. Come down, plant your palms, step your left foot back, high plank, downward facing dog, high plank, come down to your knees, and come back into child's pose. We'll roll up so that we're sitting on our heels. Rest our hands in our lap. Close our eyes. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Notice where you are. Notice how you feel. Give thanks to your body for showing up, for allowing you to show up for yourself. The light in me sees and honors the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Thank you so much for tuning in. So yes, that was a quick, brief practice just to get us on our mat, to get us flowing, to try to connect breath with movement, to see how that feels. Again, just notice how it shows up. You can do this video over and over and over again. There'll be more in this sequence, but just for our day one beginning toolkit, first steps, this is a good place to start. Namaste.